Charlie, what's on the front page of the newspapers? What do we have?
Why are you rushing me? I thought you said things should be different.
Charlie, but today, what do we have? You haven't briefed me. What
do we have? We have your birthday. Let's do the Daily Graphic newspaper. Front page of the Graphic today. Chief, 2 others arrested. They bury cow parts for ritual. So on the front page, we've got Nai Abukwaji Ajimang Weti Otabil III, the paramount chief of the Ewutu traditional area, on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Also, Forestry Commission reviews Achimota Eco Park contracts. And there's a flashback. So the inset is actually Ni Osa Mills, a former Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, leading a delegation to the sword cutting ceremony for the Achimota Eco Park in Accra.
And I know that contract was worth over 300 and something million.
Yeah. So we cut sword a lot in this country, but, you know, we either don't see the sword anymore after the cutting, or I don't know, something just gets lost. Yeah. It's one of those sword cutting ceremonies. Not new. Also, economic prospects bright. 9.3% growth recorded last quarter. Growth could mark turnaround for the country. Comes with a picture of the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. That's on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. So there we go. In the absence of us showing you on the screen, this is it. That's how the front page. This is the first edition in 2018. That's how it looks like. Yeah. Graphic hasn't changed really, but a bit of this chief burying cow for ritual. That story is on page 16. A bit of that for you. It says some residents and the Asafu group of Ablekuma in Accra last Sunday nearly lynched the paramount chief of the Utu traditional area for allegedly burying parts of a cow at Insufa near Ablekuma for ritual purposes. The angry resident joined the Asafu group of the community and charged on the chief when news spread that he had been caught with 2 other persons performing some rituals on a parcel of land which did not belong to him. The rest of the story here, and the story about the Achimota Eco Park contract says the Forestry Commission says it is reviewing the terms of the construction of the Achimota Eco Park with the investor. The Deputy Chief Executive of the Commission, John Alute, said the decision was part of due diligence it was carrying out to ensure that the project was executed and not abandoned midway. He, however, said contrary to information in the public domain, the Commission had no intention of changing the investor, Icon Capital Limited, which is investing some $1.2 billion in the project, whose sword cutting was performed on August 19, 2016. Discrimination in public engagement still worrying. The survey by the Institute of Economic Affairs has indicated that although discrimination in employment, school enrollment, and other public engagements in the country is decreasing, it is still a worrying phenomenon. So there's a piece in the page on the politics part of the Daily Graphic newspaper. You might want to take time and read about it. But on the back page, okay, before the back page, let's see. Center spread. Presidents are sent to special prosecutor, bail 4 others. That was one of the major things that happened on the president's first day in 2018, official working day. Communications Ministry, most influential public institution in 2017. So the Ministry of Communications was adjudged the most influential public institution at the 2017 Imani Public Sector Leadership Award ceremony in Accra. So there's George Ander there, who is no stranger to our show, who's receiving that award on behalf of the ministry. He's Deputy Communications Minister, by the way. And then there's another insert of Franklin Cujo, who's founding president of Imani, presenting the special award to Mr. John Peter Amewu, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. There was a poll run by myjoyonline.com, and John Peter Amewu came tops. I think he's one of those ministers that you kind of remember in 2017. Yeah,
it was very instrumental in that fight against Galamsey.
Exactly.
From day one.
And he had been very, very active. So yeah, on the back page of the Daily Graphic, customs destroy contraband goods. The Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority in the Volta region has destroyed consignment of items classified as contraband. The items comprising boxes of medications, if you like, as well as hundreds of slabs of compressed dried leaves suspected to be Indian hair. They were intercepted at various customs checkpoints in the region last year. And also planting for food and jobs to cover 500,000 farmers. How? Story says the Planting for Food and Jobs program will undergo a major expansion this year to cover an estimated 500,000 farmers across the country, according to the Minister of Food and Agriculture, Dr. Owusu Efriye Akoto. The number is about 149% increase over the 201,000 farmers who participated in the pilot phase of the program last year. If you want answers to the house, you have to read the rest of the story, which is on the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Roland, it's one of three. Two more to go.
Okay, so let's look at the Daily Guide. We have on the front page of the Daily Guide, Nana signs special prosecutor law for corrupt officials, and you've said that a lot. Also will be on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. Not to preempt a lot of the things, but the main story is NDC banks hope on Rawlings, and 6 Ghanaians perish in the fire that took place in New York. That's a tragic incident that really happened. Or told over the weekend. It said that 6 Ghanaians, including a family of 3, were killed in the fire that hit New York suburb of Bronx, claiming the lives of at least 12 people. And we're told that 6 Ghanaians were included. They are Solomon Donko, who is 49, and also his 17-year-old daughter, Hannah Adoma Donko, and his 12-year-old son, William Donko. Tragic news. It happened when they were found dead in apartment 19 of the building. A soldier, Emmanuel Mensah, 28, a soldier in the U.S. Army, Gabriel Yaosakode, 48, and Justice Opoku, 54, were the other Ghanaians who perished in the fire. The deaths have left the Ghanaian community in New York devastated. We were told a 3-year-old boy's screams alerted his mother that fire had erupted in their first floor apartment in the Bronx Thursday night, and the boy had been playing with the burners on the kitchen stove, with New York officials already confirming that incident. And, well, they said the NDC is banking their hopes on Rawlings, and we know that Jerry Rawlings was marking 31st December Revolution of 1981. It says the 36th anniversary of the 31st December 1981 revolution, led by then Flight Lieutenant Jeremiah John Rawlings, was celebrated peacefully at home in the Volta region last Sunday, but not without the usual controversies associated with the annual event. The former president, who is also the founder of the NDC, used the occasion to chastise his colleague, former President John Dramani Mahama, for coming to the event late, and even noted that Mr. Mahama, who took the party to opposition in 2016, had not learnt any lessons. And he's quoted as saying, he has not learnt the lesson of how not to be late for functions. Each time they keep me waiting just because of him. Ladies and gentlemen, don't worry, he will learn. Papa J.
Oh, but we know that, to be fair, he would later come back to say that, well, he didn't get the full information, and so he essentially apologized. And there's been a statement that was also released, signed by the committee chair, Mr. Bedra. But like I said yesterday, you can never erase what Mr. Rawlings said earlier, and that will always lead the headlines. Yeah.
The harm has already been caused, as they always say. But we also have TV license defaulters face trial. And we know that that's going to be a great conversation on the show today. Mamavi is interested in that.
I just want to ask Mr. Martin Pebu, he should go to court. I mean, he should do something. It's almost as if we're all looking up to him to do something on our behalf. And
Mr. Pebu is a regular on the show now. It will be the second time in about 3 weeks.
But he's a great man, by the way.
Very great, very great. Now let's look at the center spread of the Daily Guide newspaper. We always like reviewing that. It has a shot of Nico Aripaka and then Boris Cujo.
Yeah.
The Ghanaian German American.
But we only like to see him as Ghanaian.
Yeah, true.
So that's one of every most Ghanaians' favorite couple in Hollywood.
But no matter what we think, he's more American.
Oh, please.
It has a story.
Becky had an interview with him. Yes, it was almost like an exclusive until other people decided to, come and feast on it. But she said at one point in the conversation, he just turned to somebody who said something and said, "Medase."
Well, so Hollywood actor of German and Ghanaian descent Boris Cujo has described as extra special his return with his family to his father's homeland, Ghana. And we know that he arrived in Ghana last Sunday with the wife, Nicole Larry Parker, and their 2 children. He is in Ghana to host the ITO CAF Awards 2017 scheduled for tomorrow, January 4, 2018, at the Accra International Conference Center. And, well, good thing no Ghanaian is going to win the award there, but he's going to.
What do you mean by good thing?
We don't deserve to win anything. Other stories
but
also.
It's good we're hosting the awards.
Yeah, true. True.
We'll make some money from the people who come down to Ghana.
Sharp. You only get from the airport to. Anyway, so let's get to other stories also.
Did you go to South Africa? They say sharp.
I interacted with some South Africans within the period too.
Okay.
I found some of their phrases quite interesting. So we have 2017 was a tough year for me. Chris Atto's ex-wife, and we're talking about Damilola Adegbite, ex-wife of Chris Atto, has disclosed some challenging times she went through in 2017. And if you want to know what they think about, just go to their social media handle to get to find all their secrets there. So this one is one of those things that have been quelled by CTFM Online from their social media handles. Now you don't have to go to people, you just have to go. Birthday, my son is going to school. I'm eating fufu. So now back in the day when the BNI could track you, follow you, these days it's easy. They just know that you went to Heavy Do in the afternoon, likely to come to the office.
No,
take a selfie.
The interesting thing is, if they did go to Heavy Do, they won't put that on Instagram. But if they did go to let's say Alisa, to go and eat, then they would, yes.
Yeah. Heavy Do, why? They won't put it there. But and so now our life is all lived on social media.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody told me something yesterday. He said couples now even wish their spouses happy birthday on social media.
Yeah.
Before
they tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not living real lives. We're not living real lives any longer.
Yeah, we're not.
Some people speak more to their spouses via social media than they would face to face.
I love you, all the things.
And listen, those who come and say, "Oh, my husband is the sweetest," and like all those things that they say. Oh, crap. They've never told them before.
Yeah. I told you, Mama V has to leave her views in 2017. It's continuing in 2018. We rubbish that.
So when you see such posts, don't put any meanings into it. If you get your morning kiss and your evening kiss, listen, chances are all those saying nice things and posting like their husbands or their wives' pictures and stuff like that, or their kids and talking nice, they're not getting half of what you're getting at home. So enjoy yours quietly. Yeah,
there's no harm and no shame in enjoying quietly, really. Just live your life. Jocelyn Dumas rubbishes plastic surgery report. It says, contrary to public perceptions, that broadcaster, student Mama Vioso Abuaje has revealed. Actually, just as wish she has never done any. Yeah, they always say. But I think that she came to a studio. I think you were there when she came. No,
today. No, I think
when you were away.
Yeah. Okay. So you spent time with her. You were able to tell from the interview that
I didn't do that.
I don't know, what are you saying?
I think you did the interview.
Exactly, but I don't see the connection.
I thought her shapes were
What's
natural.
That's what you mean.
Talking about the shape.
But listen, even if somebody has done plastic surgery, you know what I mean? So what?
But I know people who have done
in Ghana. What's wrong with that?
They do it in Ghana.
If you do it, you live with the consequences of it. That's all.
But I would advise.
I've seen bats that are falling before.
But please go and do plastic surgery.
Hello.
I want to change.
Really?
Be receptive to new lifestyles.
What do you want me to change about myself? The reason you want me to do the plastic surgery?
Tell you. I don't have to say it.
No, but you started the conversation on air. I don't mind. Go ahead.
We want to do the
more hips.
We want to do the
Hello.
We want to do the
No, we're not doing the Ghanaian.
No, I love you the way that you are.
But you said I should go and do plastic surgery.
Let's do the Ghanaian Times.
I thought you said we left a lot of things in 2017, but you are carrying the goods. Let's do the Ghanaian Times newspaper. That's the last newspaper we'll do. We'll touch base online real quick, and then we'll bring you sports. On the front page of the Ghanaian Times, 50 suspected criminals arrested during the Yuletide. War against corruption in public office. Office of Special Prosecutor at last, as President assents to 4 other bills to fulfill promise. Police arrest 7 robbers at Asankragua. Story says that 7 suspects have been arrested by the Asankragua District Police Command for alleged robbery on the Motsiaso Asankragua Highway in the Wasa Amenfi West District of the Western Region on December 24 last year. Also, former President Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings has warned that the unmitigated activities of political vigilante groups is leading the country into chaos. Now, if you go to page 3, some crime stories. 50 criminals arrested during the Yuletide. A total of 50 suspected criminals were arrested by the police in various parts of the country during the Christmas festivities. The suspects who were arrested between December 24 and December 31st last year were involved in breaking, stealing, fake currency, robberies, car snatching, attack on mobile money transfer operators, narcotics, and engaging in commercial sex activities. Details of where these cases happen all in this paper. There's also a story that says CCTV camera exposes mobile phone thief. Police arrest 7 robbers at Asankragua. 3 crashed to death. 3 persons died in a fatal accident on the evening of Boxing Day when their motorcycle crashed into a stationary truck in a suburb of Enchi in the Awen district of the Western Region. And then also on a sad note, the Times has lost a former deputy editor. The death is reported of Wisdom Owusu Sapong on December 14, 2017 at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital. He was former deputy editor and acting editor of the Ghanaian Times and former editor of The Spectator. Funeral arrangement will be announced soon. So there's an inset of the late Owusu Sapong. May he rest in peace. On the back page of the Ghanaian Times, is it Party Niaje Achu Chase Top Swag Awards? The Sports Writers Association of Ghana has released a list of outstanding sportsmen and women for the 43rd. It's Pate, okay, for the 43rd Swag Awards night. Details of that. Is it Drares tickets rates out? Promoters of Ghana's World Title Crusader, Isaac Royal Storm, Dogbo, Rising Star Africa Promotions have announced rates for Saturday's mega fights at the Bukom Boxing Arena. So we've got a massive one coming up.
Yeah. Are you going for the fights?
No, I don't enjoy boxing. I don't.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the
sports
that I...
You love tennis.
Yeah, I love tennis.
Of all the sports.
I love tennis. And then I love football.
Who do you think will be given the top awards? You look at Thomas Partey, Nieje, or let's say Thomas Partey and Achu. Who should be given the tops?
I would simply say Achu because I'm just... Okay. It's only Achu that I
think in the year Thomas Partey has done better.
What team does he play for?
Thomas Partey plays for Atletico Madrid. It's way higher than Newcastle. That Achu plays for.
Okay. Maybe because Achu also features locally, you know, his name is...
Yeah, he features for Newcastle in England, but when he comes to play for the Black Stars, he does well as well. But Thomas Partey has been the darling or the darling boy, the toast of the fans the last 2 or 3 matches we've played. Oh,
where have I been?
You've been learning. It's normal. All
right, so that's details of all the stories that we've touched on in the newspapers. I don't think there are a lot of newspapers out there, but if you ask me, the major newspapers are out. It's only the fine that I have not seen. I wonder if Elvis Dako is still holidaying. I've
been seeing his posts a lot. He's been commenting on he's an advocate of TV licenses. So.
Yeah. He's an advocate for TV licenses.
Yeah, because he goes to quote the UK laws and those who have been prosecuted by the UK laws, and we're told that most of them have been women, largely. Yeah. In the UK.
All right. Unless they are ready to put all of us in jail. That's how it appears. Let's do myjournline.com.
How many TV sets do you have at home?
I have only one functioning television set.
Okay, but which one do you have that is not functioning?
Oh, it doesn't really matter if you have one that is not functioning. Once you have a television set, whether it is on or not, whether it is broken or not, yeah, you pay the TV license. That's how it looks like. Yeah.
I think it's for each set, right? Or so is it for a household?
I refuse not to know.
You refuse to answer that. You don't want to go into that realm. But that's why you're having that great conversation with Matthew Pebble.
Yeah. We'll bring the law to you. We'll look at that section critically, and then the courts that have been set up. It's amazing what we have time to deal with in Ghana. You know, people would say there are more pressing issues.
You know what? I don't know why we have not made the sanitation cause more active.
Exactly.
Because we have bad sanitary habits.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about TV licenses.
And TV licenses are our priority. And we're paying TV license only because of GBC. What are they giving us? We're not sure. They say when we pay, it will be better. Really?
They give us a baby growth.
But now we have options. We've got variety. Yeah.
Yeah. But you got to pay. You got to pay for the TV you own to watch the variety. That's the thing about it. But let's do myjoyonline.com.
Yeah. African migrant told to leave or face imprisonment in Israel. And I know a lot of people would quickly want to link it to the recent votes against making Palestine the capital of Israel. That call by the U.S. But this is not linked. This is something that
had been brewing for some time.
Exactly. Except that now, I think, like it's just the twist, the fact that because they did this voluntary leave thing, and then they will give you a certain amount of money if you decide to leave. But these are illegal immigrants. People who are living in Israel. But they've got every reason to do that. Listen, all the countries that are coming, we voted against us. The Israeli government has issued a notice for thousands of African migrants to leave the country or face imprisonment. But, I was thinking just this dawn on this issue when I was listening to the BBC. When the Melcom building collapsed, it was Israel that came to save us, only for us to turn around and vote against them.
No, but...
Okay, it's not related. Let's move on. Yeah. Christian group wants government to reconsider stance on Jerusalem.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Where have you been? You've been really holidaying.
Yeah.
My chambers will defend you. Freddie Blay tells Special Prosecutor Target. Acting NPP Chairman Freddie Blay says he is ready to provide legal services to individuals who risk prosecution for corruption-related activities. Okay, I guess
I hope it was
NPP people.
A comment made in sarcasm. Right?
Ignore which.
It was a sarcastic comment.
Maybe the MPP, because ignore which Hansen claims speed up creation of special prosecutor office.
I think we need this only if it's going to work the way it's supposed to work.
All right. I'm ready to go to jail. A+ vows never to pay.
I shared two of his posts on this subject on my page.
Yeah.
Well, there is a page I handle.
Okay, let's do this quickly. There are photos. Amachi Dede installed chief of Agro, veteran highlife musician. Amachi Dede has been installed a chief at Agogo in the Ashanti Akem North Municipal Area of the Ashanti region. Congratulations.
Serious?
Yeah. Soldier home for the holidays, died rescuing neighbors from fire. We're too familiar with the story. And then the final one, we just run through the page. Mahama named most influential Ghanaian in 2017.
Great.
Okay, yeah.
Great.
All right, so that will be it. This is where we have to end the review. We launched Roland on the show in 2018, and we're already eating into the time. Like we are overrunning, so we've got to say. I was going to say we've got to say goodbye.
So you're saying I took most of the time?
Exactly. Because when you're not here, I was always doing the time. Yeah.
Oh, Charlie. Odumfu Kumfu. When I came, Mr. Roland.
Is this new? It looks really nice. I've seen it before.
I actually wear it on my birthdays. So last year, same thing I wore. I'm always I like my blue black stuff. So next year, please look out. If I don't change, it will be the same. Can I get a close up? Nice close up. Yeah.
You get a close back. But we want to say thank you.
Just in case I wear it again, don't be surprised. It's a birthday jacket I have.
I've got a birthday surprise for you. Michael Ameni, who is a friend of the show in the UK.
In the UK.
Sent us something.
Wow. Michael Ameni, good morning to you. I don't know whether you're at Elephant Castle or Birmingham.
I beg you. I haven't been to the UK before, so don't begin to mention something. Let's just say UK.
Okay, YouTube.
It's okay. Michael Ameni, we thank you. We wish you well in 2018. I don't know. This is something you do every year, really, because last year you showered us as well, and you've done it again.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
No curfew.
I tell you.
We'll see you in the bed. We've got sports coming up. Yeah, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, my darling.
How about your new jackets?
You thought you say my lunch is on you.
We'll go to Alisa for breakfast.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah. Alisa is my second home.
I always go to Alisa on my birthday for breakfast.
Hey! Since when?
I go alone. It's easier.
We'll see you in the bed. Stay with us. We've got sports.